There's a really big stigma around the word trauma. Trauma comes from many different types of experiences. Most people associate it with being raped or having their alcoholic father beat them, abandonment issues, separated parents, fighting in the house, all of those things. But trauma can occur from so many different things, and it happens to us as a child. You're literally like this sponge of energy. And let's say you come from a very good family, parents are happy, financial situation's great, but dad works a lot and he's not really around, and he's that home for dinner maybe, run back out, whatever kind of dad. And the absence of that father's presence in the child's life can create trauma. These are not my words, these are words and proven studies done by one of my heroes, Dr. Gabor Mate, who's been studying trauma and addiction for 40, 50 years of his existence. And those are the people that I have been studying from, that I have been learning about this from, because with some of the work that I do, I deal with trauma people, and everybody has it. Like I said, all different forms. If you don't deal with the trauma, and I'm not talking about the psychological component of forgiving somebody for what they did, but usually there's, like I said, if there's a stamp that happened when you were a child, then usually what happens is it'll show up in all kinds of forms. It could show up in hyperactive behavior. It could show up in alcohol abuse, substance abuse, as being depressed or having anxiety or, causing self-harm. And it shows up as we become adults in all different ways and forms. That's all that behavior is. It's your soul that's hurting. There's so many ways that unhealed trauma shows up in the human body. It's in a state of dis-ease. There's something that it's not comfortable with. Statistically, there's, at least in the United States, there's a good 70% plus of people on antidepressants and anti-anxieties because of the inability to have the coping mechanism to handle the feelings. That's all trauma response. All of those emotional and physical illnesses, chronic pain, those are all trauma responses. Those are all trapped energies stuck in the body that aren't being healed. Know that trauma comes in all forms and everybody has it. And it's okay to use the word trauma. It's okay to not be okay. Find a way that works for you. Watch some videos. That's what helped me a lot. And then I would practice things they were talking about that worked. Dr. Gabor Mate, Dr. Bruce Lipton, and Dr. Joe Dispenza were three men that really shaped my understanding of our thoughts, our beliefs, and dealing with trauma and clearing that uncomfortable energy from our body that creates dis-ease. So do the work, do the trauma work, do the shadow work, do the deep work, find a way that works for you. There's tons of ways to do it for free, and there's tons of people that can help you and guide you through it. But do the work. It's an amazing feeling on the other side. It's a tough ride in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you really process it and get through it, the other side is really free. It's very free. So go set yourself free.